Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. We're with Tiger Shrike, our mutation stalker, who has almost 2 million experience, 4 million influence, and 35,000 XP needed to get to level 23. We're at level 22. We have a full set of single origin enhancements on all of our wonderful juicy powers. You can see them all here. They're all mutation enhancements. They're all green, so they're giving us maximum possible benefit. You can see that. Look at that. It's doing awesome. So I just did a street hunt. I didn't make you guys watch that because it's kind of boring. I do want to show you where I am. Let's just zoom this in. We're in Talos Island. Let's just zoom out a little bit. So in the main island, the train station's right here. We're in the zone directly west. We're actually right near Pandora's box, which is the magic store. Right, it is right there where the yellow arrow is, 76 yards from me. In this area is where I found a bunch of level 22, 23, and 21 Freak Show. So if you want to hunt them at this level, that's a place to be. We are currently on a mission for Mercedes, I believe her name is. Yeah, Mercedes Sheldon. The Dirge of Chaos story arc. She said to hunt Freak Show and find out what they're doing, and they're working with a person named Amanda Gates. She is a punk show organizer, and she's in possession of a magic cassette tape that is supposed to be trouble, so we've got to go catch her. And I'm going to have a little trouble seeing here because it's dark at night in the game, and in real life it's really bright out. Morning sunlight. I have my blinds closed and it doesn't matter. There's just a huge amount of ambient light that comes in here between like 10 and 12. 10 in the morning and 12 noon, and it's 11:30. So just going to be a little hard for me to see just from the reflections on the screen and everything. Should be alright though. And this character is doing awesome. Gotta watch out while he's walking that he might walk out of my range. Interrupt the attack. Look at that, we can just one-shot a Freak Show +1 lieutenant, which helps a lot in terms of then he can't do the dull pain. And we hit the other guy fast enough to prevent him from doing dull pain as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is why I do a count to 5. Better watch out, there was another guy right there I didn't even see. Look at that. Yeah, so you can see I'm down a couple of inspirations. So one of the things that happened, I fought a group. I didn't realize there were 3 lieutenants in the group. And no, there were 2 lieutenants. And was I not hidden? I guess not. So there were 2 lieutenants, and I went to hit this build-up, and I screwed up and I hit the stupid mutation ranged power that they give you at level 1, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Mutagen. I hit that by accident instead of build-up, and so it did an assassination with mutagen, which like did nothing. And then I had to like just battle the lieutenant this way, and then there was another lieutenant in the group that I didn't see. And because what happens is in Talos Island you have the Freak Show like subjugating the warriors. So usually you have a Freak Show lieutenant with a warrior minion on his knees. And what I ended up with was a Freak Show lieutenant with a warrior lieutenant on his knees, and I didn't realize that. And so I ended up having to use some inspiration just to stay alive. And dull pain and reconstruction. Whoa. Don't want to go down that hole. So we are looking for Killdozer. Gosh, I can hardly see anything on this screen. Okay. Let me turn the screen a little bit. Okay, good. That's less reflections. And you guys can't see anything because I'm not recording what's on the screen. It's recording what's coming through the graphics card. So it should look good to you. I do like doing that knockdown. One of the things I'm going to try to be a little mindful of, oh, and I'm not doing it right. I was talking really fast. I am a college teacher, and because of the virus that's going around, the coronavirus from 2019, it's now 2020, my school has gone to exclusively online classes, and I've been recording lectures, and I've done two or three of them, and I was listening to one this morning after I did it to make sure the volume was okay, because unlike this recorder, the recording software they gave us from the school that does a really good job of recording lectures, um, it's just not good at the volume. I can up the gain in OBS and make this as loud, exactly as loud as I want to, but you can't do that in this other software that we're using. And so I was talking really loudly to try to make it audible, and that worked after having recorded one where I was like, gee, that's a little soft. But then when I went to listen to it for the volume, one of the things I noticed is I talk really fast. And I did not realize that I was doing that. And I may have to record that lecture over again. But what I'm going to try to do, because I think I do it on this as well, is not quite talk so fast. It's hard. That's the speed with which I talk. Actually, I've mentioned this before. I'm getting ready to play D&D. See, I said that really fast too. I am getting ready to play D&D, and with some friends. And one of the things that I've been doing is watching some videos on how to be a good dungeon master and stuff. And there's an awesome guy on the internet named Matt Colville. I urge you to look up his videos if you have any interest in D&D at all. He has an amazing video series called Running the Game. He's been a DM for many years, and he's run lots of D&D campaigns, and he's very good. He also talks really quickly. There's Killdozer. He also talks really quickly. Gosh, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull any of these guys. He speaks very quickly, and he's addressed this in his videos and said, look, I'm not going to slow down. This is how I talk. And so what I'm thinking about is, do we want to take the minions out? I think we really want to use our assassination on this guy. So anyway, he refuses to slow down because that's how he talks. And I'm probably not going to be able to slow down that much because that's how I talk. But I'm going to try to get a little slower, especially in my... wow, being ambushed. I'm going to try to get a little slower, especially in my videos for school, but I'm going to try to do it for you guys as well, if I can, so that I'm not being too quick. Come on. Yeah, one of the things that seems to be happening is... Wow. Where did these guys come from is the question. Was it an ambush, or did I actually miss them? I think it was an ambush. Now I forgot what I was saying other than, yeah, I'm going to try to be a little slower with you guys so that I don't, like, swallow my words as I talk. Okay, so we got Killdozer, now we need to find some clues. Now that suggests that we might be able to do it with just clicking. So we have to look all over the place for the clues. So there's nothing here, nothing here. Back to the elevator. Well, there's a clue, I hear it. What's going on? Did I get stuck? Jeez. Okay. I hear one. Where the heck is it? Upstairs, maybe? Yeah, I hear it. Right here. Is it up above? No, I don't see it up there. Where the heck is it? It's really loud right here. Hmm. We're gonna have to look around, I guess. It's not helping that the brightness in the room, the ambient light, is making it very hard for me to see things. So I'm bumping into stuff even more than I normally do with super speed. I hear it right here. I don't know where the heck it is. Alright, well, let's keep going. If I can... I really hate this particular map just because of how mazy it is. Well, let's keep going and see what else we can find. And then maybe when we've clicked on everything else, we can come back here and that'll be lit up and I can figure out exactly where it is. I do love being able to one-shot guys like that. It's super fun. By the way, guys, look at the detail. Right? Not only a whiteboard, not only is it like tilted on its side because this part of the wall has fallen off, but there's writing on it. You can actually read it. This is really nice, and you know, the level of detail for a 2004 game, I keep saying this, but it just constantly amazes me how good this game was when it first came out. And I have to tell you that my jaw was on the floor when I first started playing this game at how good it was. I still feel like I get more loot drops on an Assassin's Strike than whenever I kill any other way. Whoops. I'm gonna leave that on. So we're definitely gonna have to go back a level, because I know there's a glowy in there that I was not finding. It's in one of the alcoves that I just missed. And what I'm hoping is, after we get the other two, that they'll be easier to find. There's one. Oh, I was looking for crates. This is bulletin boards. Okay. So I was looking for the wrong thing. I was looking for like a crate on the floor. So there's one. And the clue says... Amanda's gone. Oh, a flyer. So the punk show flyer and a printed out map of Talos that has several locations circled. So... see if there's anything over here. By the way, the little noise for the glowy, I don't think that's original to the game. I'm pretty sure they put that in when people were getting frustrated that they couldn't find things. Right? The things were glowing but not making noise. And they put, I think they put, I don't know if it was in beta. I feel like it was like in issues 1 or something. They put in the humming noise so that you knew where the glowies are. I don't hear anything on this level, so that means we're going to have to go down. If you've watched the Scrapper videos, you know I tend to like miss stuff, and especially with this going through so quickly with super speed. And oh, I hear it. Where was I? It was over here. It is so loud right here. But I don't see anything. Let's just kill these guys off because they're being a pain, and I want to be able to like jump around and look. It's got to be somewhere above me. It's got to be up there. I thought I looked up there. It's really loud right here. There it is. Oh, that. Ah. It's a desk that's partly in the wall. Okay, so the question is, where else are the clues? Let's go down, since we're right here. Let's go what is it, down to the next level? I don't see anything there. I don't hear anything. This is going to be rough because I don't know where it is. There it is. It's on this level. I didn't go all the way over to the side. That's because I knew Killdozer wouldn't be on the first level. Yeah, it's right in here. This way? There. Right. It would help if I could actually see what was going on. Wow, this is a huge map. I didn't realize that there was this much here. There we go. And that's the last clue. And so this is a radio station webpage and a plan on the whiteboard. Oh wow, did I just get an orange recipe? Well, that is cool. Oh, it looks like I got two. So this is the Theft of Essence and Accuracy, Endurance, Heal, Absorb. Yeah, I don't see myself needing that. And then Blessing of the Zephyr, Run Speed. I probably won't need that. You might say, well, why not? And the reason is that there's no point to putting sets in your... let me show you. There's no point to putting sets in your powers unless you're going to use a bunch of them. So here you go, Run Speed. So this improves Run Speed by 17%, which isn't as good as an SO. But it also... and it also improves jump speed and so forth. But if you look at the bottom, where it's grayed out, it says set bonus. If you have 2 of them slotted in, you get range defense. If you have 3 of them slotted in, you get area effect defense. So those are nice, but you'd have to 3-slot your super speed and put all 3 of the items in the set. There were 3 different ones. You have to put them all in. I'm not going to slot run speed. I don't have enough slots as it is, right? So we're going to have to figure out something else and probably just use generic regular SOs for run speed. But we can sell these, and they might be worthwhile on the auction house, so we'll have to see. So she says, a radio station. Tiger Shrike, she must be planning to play the Dirge of Chaos over the airwaves. Yeah, she probably is. So that's bad, right? So, wow, it's a finale to this already. We haven't got much time. We have to get to the radio station and stop her from playing the Dirge of Chaos. So now, I know this is a pretty rough mission. I think I want to get some luck. And the hospital should be around here, right? Where is it? Just saw it there. Alright, so we can run over and grab some inspirations. But actually first, let's go to Wentworth's, the auction house. And we're going to... Oh, I want to sell stuff too. This is all tech, so we need the tech store. Tech store. Let's hit Wentworth's on our way. And we'll see if anybody wants these orange things. They probably will not, but we can see. If not, I'll just sell everything to the tech shop. Whoops. Come on. Go. There we go. Okay. So, recipes, invention, theft of essence. It's only level 21. It probably won't be... no, nobody's looking for it. So we'll grab that. And then the other one is the run speed. And nobody's looking for that either. And rope-a-dope, we can look... I doubt anybody wants that. Nobody wants that either. Okay, so we're just going to sell everything to the vendor. So now we go to the tech shop. And then we got, you might say, look, the mission's right here, why don't we do it? I know from experience with this mission that I may need some luck to help me out, just because it's a pretty rough ending where you have to fight like a boss and lieutenant at the same time, and then I think you get ambushed. So we'll just sell all this and sell all this. We're nearly at 4.1 mil, which is good. And now, hospital time, because they have all the inspirations you could possibly want for sale. And there we go. Phoenix Medical Center. And just talk to the nurse. And we're gonna get luck, luck, luck. Okay, let's see how we do. I'm guessing we won't need a lot of endurance, but we might. So hopefully we're alright with that. This is definitely, if possible, I don't know if it's possible with Stalkers. I think it is. This is definitely a character that I want to get conserve power with, which is sort of the physical conditioning thing in the 40s when you get to the like epic power pools. But before we do any of that, we got to get Hasten at level 24. So we need to apprehend Amanda Gates. And we're going to take all these guys out because I think we may have to bring her out through ambushes, if I remember right. So we can't leave anybody alive. We're going to have to fight them on the way out anyway, while we're being ambushed. I have to say, having done now a couple hundred episodes between Scrapper, Tanker, Stalker, and even Dominator that you guys have never seen, because Homecoming banned it, right? Having done that with the mic and everything, not that I'm some great shakes at it, but I'm used to it enough that having done it a lot, doing it for my, trying to do it for my lectures has been much easier than it would be if I had never done this before. So this has actually been good practice for me, explaining stuff and using the mic and everything to, come on, to teach. I'm not really teaching when I do this, but I do explain things, and of course one of the things I didn't do was get myself to stop talking fast. I'm trying, guys. I know I have forgotten about it in part of this episode, but I'm trying not to be super fast. Okay. So you may be wondering, and I'll show you this. After you get into combat, right, you get into combat like this. After you do that, if we zoom in on the character, it stays in this like battle pose with the claws out. And I always hit escape and get out of the pose. You may wonder why that is. It's because I absolutely love the sound and animation of drawing the claws. And so I always like try to make her draw her claws because I just think it's cool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Now she's hidden so you can't see it too well, but I just think that's just cool. I love the draw. So I always, I mean, during battle I don't put the claws in, right, because that doesn't make any sense, but when the battle's over, we're moving from battle to battle, I always like put the claws in and then take them back out. And even without something like claws or a sword, I've always just preferred to get out of the battle pose when I'm no longer fighting. And it's just an aesthetic thing. But if you've seen me doing it and wondered why, that is why. Right, so I just I just hit escape as soon as the battle's over so she comes out of her battle pose. And I do that for pretty much every character. And I don't know why, I've just always done it. Because I prefer to have my character not be in the middle of a battle pose all the time. And a lot of people I know, they go into the battle pose in a mission and they never come out of it. And, you know, there's nothing right or wrong with either doing it either way. It's just how you want to play, what aesthetically pleases you. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what it's like when you don't hit escape afterwards. Hopefully I will be able to control myself because it's just such a habit. Alright, so I'm going to stay. Right. You see how you stay with the claws out and in battle pose? And there are people who never come out of it. They just never bother. They don't care. And so they just stay in this pose the whole mission. Maybe the whole play session. But see, then there's no draw. And I prefer the draw. I like the draw animation and I like the sound. I just think it sounds cool. This, what do they call it in the Wolverine comics? Snicked. So there's your snicked. Right there. Well, you know Amanda Gates is not going to be on any level until the last. And there is another elevator, so she's not going to be on this level, I'm sure. See, to me, I would really prefer... Now I'm thinking like a dungeon master, right? Because I'm designing dungeons now and stuff. I would really prefer if, instead of doing the ambushes as random spawns out of nowhere, right, which is what they generally do with these ambushes. They just pick a spawn point and have them coming at you from a dead end or something. I wish instead of doing that, if what they had done is said, okay, if you go through this mission without cleaning it out first, then you're going to get ambushed when you get to Amanda Gates, and all the guys that are in here are going to come at you one spawn at a time, right? And that you could essentially improve your future chances by going through the entire mission and cleaning it out so you hadn't left any trash behind to come at you. You know, then to me there'd be a really good reason to clean it out. But what happens instead is you're going to be ambushed no matter what. If you clean the whole thing out and there's nobody here, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get ambushed from a random spawn point no matter what. So then there's no incentive to clean it out. unless you're somebody who can't sneak through. And there's, of course, incentive to clean it out in the place you're going to have to run back through with the hostage, right? But anywhere outside of that path, there's no reason to clean it up, right? Like, my guess is she's behind the door. And if we're going to take her out, we're going to take her from the door, from that door to this elevator. And I don't need to go down these other hard corridors, right? So why would you even bother to clean them out? Now, it turns out there's nobody in there. But why would you even bother to clean them out? Oh, here's somebody. Why would you even bother to clean this out? Unless cleaning it out is going to mean that they can't ambush you later. But these aren't the ones who are going to ambush you, right? Who's going to ambush you is just going to be generated as a spawn after you rescue her. And even if you cleared all these guys, there's still going to be an ambush. And so I just feel like mechanically, like as a DM, the way I would set it up is, if you don't clean it out and the alarm sounds, then all the guys you didn't clean out of the dungeon are going to come after you. And you might have to fight them all at once. And by the way, speaking of Matt Colville again, Matt Colville does that. He said his players call it the Colville Screw, where they've snuck their way, stealthed their way through an entire dungeon and not killed anybody, and then something happens, an alarm goes off, and all of the encounters that were supposed to happen one at a time, one room at a time, end up happening all at once as everybody responds to the alarm, and now they have to fight the entire dungeon. And they call it the Colville Screw, which is really hilarious. And I don't think, he doesn't try to do that to his players, and as a DM I wouldn't try to do that to my players. But if they bypass all the rooms and then they set off an alarm, yeah, you should have to fight the guys that you didn't clean up. Alright, that guy's taking a walk, so we're gonna beat these guys up first. I missed. Well, I'm not gonna bother to wait for it again. Can't believe I missed him. It's gonna take. It takes 3 extra shots because you missed him. Because of the stupid dull pain. Dull pain. One of these powers that I absolutely love when I use it and hate when the villains use it. I do like being able to do it back to them, I'll tell you that. Which I couldn't do with Silver Phoenix. Because she didn't have dull pain. Who's shooting at me? These are some odd spawns. Several of them have been 4, which we haven't seen since Praetoria. But sometimes I think it's been 2 spawns of 2, which is also weird. And not the sort of thing that you normally see. I'm going to have to readjust my screen even though it's still bright in this room because I'm getting a crick in my neck from leaning over. Again, you guys didn't see anything, but I had to move it a little bit. It's easier to see in here because it's not so dark. The background and everything is the lighting is not so dark. Okay, is this another elevator? I'm waiting for these guys to respawn, but they're not going to. Wow, this is a huge map. Okay, 4th floor. I mentioned this in the Scrapper videos. There can be a maximum of 5 floors in an office building, or in any map. They don't have any map that has multiple levels. The max is 4 levels. They simply don't do more than that. If you notice, I'm starting to remember focus a little bit more. Focus, then kill, rather than move up to kill, rather than move up and then focus. Just not normally used to having ranged power on a Scrapper or a Stalker. Man, that is awesome. So she's not in either of these places, it looks like. This is just dead ends. Yeah. These guys will go down quick enough. Man, when these things are fully slotted, they're going to go down even faster. I mean, Assassin's Strike now is. The Assassin's Claw is now... You're seeing it pretty much at its full power. Get out of my way. Alright, let's see. Where the heck is Amanda? There she is. And there is a demon right there. That's him, the boss. So now the question is, are we going to be able to get these guys to come to us without triggering the dirge? And I'm not sure. Let's see if we can. I think we did it. I think we did it. I just didn't want to grab aggro on these guys as well as a boss. And my recollection is the dirge gets you, and then I think you get ambushed by 3 or 4 freak show waves. I think it's 3. And you've got to just hold off against them. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to get these guys without aggroing the dirge. Let's try it. Yep, we didn't aggro him. Perfect. Come on. Come on. You're supposed to come over to me, guys. Come on. Okay. I love that crit. And now we gotta make sure these guys do not recover. They don't, like, res or whatever. Man. It took like 8 more shots to get this guy after dull pain. Okay. So we gotta make sure they're not gonna res. 1, 2, 3. Yep, he resed, see? I do hate how long it takes to target these guys. And I'm not going all out with this guy. We're not using build up because I want to use it on the boss. Okay, so now we need to hide up. And then we're going to go take out the dirge. And we have to be ready. I'm going to leave a luck. Just because I don't know if we're going to need it against the waves of ambushes that I think are coming. Just do as much damage to him as fast as possible. You can see we were able to take him down to half hit points right away. And there's the ambush, and he runs away. Oh, that's right. It's a there's a spirit ambush too. I forgot about that. So I knew I was getting ambushed, but I remembered it the wrong way. And these guys are really annoying because they disappear. So you can't really like chase them or anything, which I find very annoying. Okay. Oh, that was a good drop. We're going to need the accuracy because they're debuffing our 2-hit. I'm ignoring the freak show because he can't do anything to me compared to this guy. After the dirge is dead, there we go. Then we'll worry about the freak show. And there's another ambush. Right there, see it? We gotta get rid of this freak though. Come on. And now we have to haul her outside, you see, but we got to beat these guys first. So we really can't go anywhere until these guys are gone. Okay. So now I got to turn off hide because she will not be able to see me if I'm hidden. And now we got to haul her out. Now we have cleared the way, so we should be able to get her out of here and just have to face the occasional ambush. But we're just going to have to see. You know, one thing I've never tested, when you're in with multiple levels, I'm pretty sure if the NPC gets lost, it'll just come through the elevator to you. See, she's getting stuck. Come on. And one thing I've never tested is just... Yeah, there's an ambush coming. One thing I've never tested is just go on hide and zoom up to the... zoom up to the elevator, use it, zoom up to it, use it, right? And just let her get lost, and then would she keep respawning in the elevator, right? And I don't know the answer to that. I feel like when I did this in the Scrapper video, I have to go back and look. I feel like at least one or two of these came like where I had her instead of later, and then like my endurance just ended up going down to nothing because I was having to fight so many guys, like over and over again, like waves of them. This way is not so bad because... Now what's he doing here? I thought I cleaned this out. I must have missed him. This way is not so bad because it's gradual. Something just happened. Weird. Oh, is that another? Huh. I don't know if that's an ambush or not. Doesn't look like it. I missed a bunch of guys over there. I didn't even realize that. Is she stuck? See, when they start spinning around like that, they're getting stuck. Here she comes. Are we on, what, the third floor right now? Second floor. One more floor to go. And there's the exit, guys. So there's really only one ambush. So we're going to go this way because this is the way we've cleaned out. I thought there were more ambushes than that. I'm going to have to go rewatch that video and see if my memory is that bad, or is it just... Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. I thought there was at least one more. Oh, I don't want that. Yeah, so one of the things you're going to notice is I don't have to control click anything in this character. I don't think there's anything we need to do to, like... I don't think there's anything we need to set on auto, because we don't really have any click powers, unless instant healing. That's click. So we might be putting that on auto, I'm not really sure. But we're done with this story arc. As soon as we get her out. And there's another ambush coming. Yeah, see, I knew there was a couple of ambushes. But I feel like in the Scrapper video, these things all hit me like right after, like one right after another, right after I got her. So I'm gonna have to check that, because this isn't too bad. Our endurance is doing fine because, you know, they've spaced out the spawns, the ambush spawns, so that I was able to get them one at a time. So this isn't too bad. Didn't even need most of the inspirations. Alright, so we got her. We stopped her from playing the Dirge of Chaos. And we got reward merits. 4 of them. And so we recovered the cassette. Now we call Mercedes. Wow, we got like 3 bulbs. And she says, great job, Tiger Shrike. With the Dirge of Chaos safely back in Midnighter hands, we can sleep a little easier. Now, she's got the Magic Man story arc, but we're going to stop here. I'm going to do some selling. Oh, look at that. We have a recharge mutation enhancer. We can't even use it because everything is already maxed out, right? And we can't click on that because we can't go up to level 26 yet with our enhancements. Alright guys, we're going to stop here. I hope you've enjoyed. I have. I'm really having fun on the hero side, and I'm really having fun with this character now that she has all these great single origin enhancements. I'll be back soon. Until then, I am Scarberlack, and this has been City of Heroes.